I just want to check in with you real quick, make sure you can hear me and see the screen. So just go ahead and type yes into the chat box if you can hear me and see the screen. I'd appreciate that. There is always a delay between when I say things and when you hear them. That's one of the drawbacks that Webinar Jam has over Zoom. Okay, perfect. Seeing all the yeses come in. Great. Thank you very much. That helps me out a lot. All right. So what I want to get into on this section is how to do the custom audience. That's what Facebook calls it. And we're going to use the custom audience feature so we can keep track of who and how many, who is watching our videos and how much of our videos they are watching. So the two main campaigns that I want you guys to leave today with are getting likes on your Facebook posts, your video posts, and getting your ideal target market to watch your Facebook video posts. So let me actually go, I think I'm in the right, I don't know what account this is. Let me go into this account right here. So I can pull up the right custom audience. So this is the business.facebook.com that I was telling you about. So when we go here, we're going to see, and by the way, just make sure that you mark your question or your comment as a question. So when I'm done with this next section, I can come back to it. And I see someone saying, hey, the screen is blurry. That's actually a function typically of your internet connection. I can't make it be less blurry or anything like that. That's a YouTube thing, and it's saying, hey, maybe there's someone else watching something at your home on HD or something like that. But again, if it is too blurry for you, the video recording will be fine, and you'll be able to go back and watch any of these sections. So when we log into our Facebook Ads Account Manager, the business.facebook.com, we've got these three dashes up here at the top where it says Ad Manager. If I click on that, I want to go down here to hover over All Tools. And it's going to open up all the different options that we've got. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here to Assets where it says Audiences. We're going to click on that, and that's going to take us to our custom audience section. Now we can use our custom audience section to do a lot of really, really cool stuff. If you've got a database that you've been working on for years, we've talked to some agents. I don't know why it keeps pulling up someone else's account here. Let's go over my account. This is where you can actually upload your database and start running Facebook ads to them. So I was talking to someone and they had like 20,000 people in their database. And I'm like, let's just upload it. So how you do that is you're going to hit that little button that says create audience. And we say, okay, what we want is a custom audience. Facebook is not going to let you as a realtor use the lookalike audiences. So we're not even going to cover that. So you're going to click on custom audience. And then it gives us all these different options. So if you had a database and you're like, hey, I want to upload my database, you would do that literally by clicking on customer list and following all their instructions. Essentially what they want is just emails. So you could upload a list of emails, and they also take phone numbers. So I usually upload both. You would actually upload all the emails first. That creates the list, and then I open up that list and they let you edit the list, and I add everyone's phone number because it's not going to add people to the list twice because some emails are going to be on there. In fact, we found between 30 to 50% of your emails Facebook's going to find, and typically between 50 to 60% of your phone numbers Facebook's going to find. So I just combine them both because, hey, maybe Facebook didn't have the same email for them that I have. Maybe they don't have the same phone number, so I just upload them both. But that's how you would do it for your database. And that means you can then run ads to your personalized audience that you've created. But we're going to talk about the videos because that's the whole focus of these 2 days. We're creating videos. So I want to say, okay, we're going to use a video as the source. And then it says engagement. So it's saying, okay, well, how do you want to, or who do you want to engage with? Do you want to engage with people who've viewed at least 3 seconds of your video, 5 seconds, 15 seconds, or what they call a through play, 25%, 50%, 75, or 95? And you can make as many of these as you want. I mean, they don't care. They don't limit you. So I'm just going to show you for the sake of this. Okay, I want people who've watched 25% of a video. And it says, okay, choose the videos. So I'm going to click on choose video. And then I'm going to go to that page. So let me go to, let's see here, forward coaching. So I know we got a bunch of videos on this page. And then you would select whatever video you wanted. So we've got just tons of videos in here. There's one with me. Here's a big one with, I think Ben Kinney did that one. And you would just select whatever videos you wanted. So let's say you did videos, you did 5 videos on downsizing. You did 5 videos on moving up. Well, maybe you just want to have the 5 on downsizing as one group because you would target those people differently and you would say different things to them. And you got, a bunch of videos that you did on moving up. Well, you might target that as a separate custom audience. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to pick these 3 videos right here. I'm going to hit confirm. And it's going to say, okay, you want to know who has watched 25% of that in the last 365 days. So what that's telling you is they're going to keep that person on your custom audience as long as they've watched 25% of one of those 3 videos in the last year. That's really, really cool. Like you can really do a lot of cool stuff based on that information right there. And then we're going to name it. I tell people get really specific. So this is 3 videos, let's just say they were downsizing at 25%. I'm not going to hit create audience because it's just going to take time to do that. But then I would just literally hit create audience. It's going to take it about a half hour and it's going to come back with a list and it's going to say, okay, you know what? You've got this many people in that audience. So your screen, that might be really hard to see, but it says like this one I just did real quick yesterday had 2,900 people in it. 2,900 people had watched 25% of one of our forward coaching videos because we haven't run any of those as ads yet. This is a bunch of my other videos. I've got, this is another one of my accounts. I've got 1,500 people who watched 95% of a video, 8,200 who did 15 seconds. So, I mean, this is where we're going to create that custom audience. And in the beginning stages, this is just you're going to be building it. Usually for about the first month, you're just going to be building your audience. And then after that, we're going to turn around and start running ads to these people. We got to get it big enough. Typically, you got to get it up to, at least 10,000 people for Facebook to even run ads to them. If it's really small, like under 1,000, don't even bother running ads to it. Facebook's basically not going to run ads to them. You got to have enough people for Facebook to run ads to it. But know this, it is insanely cheap to run ads to these 10,000 people who've watched 25%. Like I'm talking a few dollars a day because all 10,000 people will not be on Facebook that day. It just doesn't work that way. Even though I might be on it every day, the average person isn't. There's also so many ads that they can show to someone. So they can't burn through your money because your list is only 10,000. It's going to take them a few days to actually get through that. So I can literally just keep running ads to this group for, a few bucks a day. $5 to $10 a day is what I would tell Facebook. And it's probably not even going to spend all of it. Like it might only spend $2 a day. And I can just keep running ads to them over and over again because it costs basically nothing. I mean, it's not nothing, but it's dirt cheap. And that is where I create my custom audiences. So let me go through here and see the questions that I've got on this. Let me go back to the beginning of the questions. Yeah, so someone's saying, hey, I tried to go to business.facebook.com. I couldn't log in. It's going to be your same login that you have for your Facebook account, your regular Facebook. Like you go to facebook.com and you log in. Whatever your login for that is, that's going to be the same login at business.facebook.com. Let's see here. I have a number of cold leads from paid services. Can we put those in here? You can. You can create a custom audience. In one of my accounts, in fact, I think it's in, let's see here. It's in the Excellium account. Let's see if it's still here. I mean, we've got all kinds of like lists that we would just upload and put into the system. And I'd have to have it go through and redo all these numbers here. But yes, you can absolutely take your cold leads, warm leads, any of that type of stuff, and put them right into Facebook. Absolutely, create your custom audience. Michael's asking, can I upload the customer list with the phone numbers and emails at one time on a CSV file? I believe they've made it so your sister, so they can do that. I don't do that because I'm just too afraid of screwing it up. So I literally just create 2 CSV files, one that just has the emails, one that just has the phone number, and then I upload them separately. So, that's what I do. But I think they've improved it. Like literally, when I first started using the custom audience thing several years ago, we could do a lot less. I think they've finally gotten into the point where you can do that, Michael, but I just don't. I don't have a step-by-step on this, but you can actually Google this. There's plenty of instructions on how to set up your custom audience. Yeah. Let's see here. Can we run different customized email upload lists for different ads, or does it send to the whole group? That is, can we name each upload we do for a different market we want to target? Absolutely, 100%. I highly encourage you to do that. Make tons of lists. Make as many lists as you want. Facebook does not have a limit on how many lists you have. So if you're like, hey, all these people are in Lakewood and they're all buyers, that's one list. Hey, all these people are in Long Beach and they're all sellers, that's another list. Hey, these people are Lakewood, but they're sellers. Great, that's another list. This is my personal database. This is cold leads. So yeah, make as many lists as you want, because when you choose to run an ad to it, you tell Facebook, okay, I want you to start running it to this custom audience. And you can have as many custom audiences that you want that you run an ad to, or as few as you want. I've been taking videos of home improvements, building a shed, making a wall, installing flooring, on and on. What can I do with them? Make great educational videos, and have a call to action at the end. I mean, those are the kind of videos that honestly people are going to love right now because they're stuck at home. So if you're doing home improvement videos, again, think HGTV or DIY TV. Like those channels exist because people like to dream. And they also like to see everyone else do the work, right? A lot of them are never going to do the work. Like I'm the guy who watches all that stuff. I would never build a shed. Like I'm sure it would look like crap when I was done with it. I don't have that kind of skill, but I like watching it. So if you're doing videos on home improvements, absolutely do that video and then do the call to action at the end, Scott. Do the, hey, by the way, I've got this tip sheet, 7 things you need to know when selling a home where you just put in a shed, and offer that. Offer that as your call to action. Let's see here. I've run ads on Facebook, still get fake emails. They bounce and numbers that are valid. However, they go to random businesses, not the person who clicked on the ad. Any suggestions on how to get a better return on that? That's always going to happen in one way or another, that you just get fake information from people. I think the reason why we get so little fake information from people is we're giving them something that they want. So it's a function of what your offer. If your offer is a tip sheet that they really, really want, you're like, look, put in the right email and we'll give this to you. Then they generally will give you the right email that they're going to get it at. The phone number one of the ways that we've gotten around the phone number thing is we'll say, put in your cell phone for us to text you other hot properties in the area as they come on the market. And that'll be one of those things where they're thinking, oh, cool, they're not going to call me, they're going to text me. Okay, I want other properties. And so we'll word things like that and put that as, what we want, the reason why we want the phone number. And that helps improve what people give you. Now, are you still going to have fake stuff? Yeah, you're always going to have fake stuff. That's just the nature of people. Someone needs help with editing videos. Also want to do them for real estate. Other topics you suggest for video. Yeah, so if you need help editing videos, a couple of different things that you could do. One, you can always check out Craigslist because there are always like college kids, high schoolers, stuff like that, who are, looking to do that type of work, and you can actually find them relatively inexpensive. I've got a buddy who is a detailer. In fact, he's a business partner of mine on a detailer thing that we do together. And he's got a YouTube channel that's really become very popular. In fact, I'm kind of blown away at how much money he makes off of YouTube ads on his channel. And he hired some college kids to do his videos for him. So, I mean, he does a bunch of videos and he makes money off of them, right? So just so you understand that dynamic there. And I think he was paying them like $1,000 a month to do all of his videos. And he's doing, I don't know, probably 5 to 10 videos a month. So that was really, really cheap. You can find people like that, especially right now where everyone's looking for work. So yeah. Shelly's asking, can you buy a list? You can buy a list. Facebook doesn't like it if you do that, but sure, you can do it. I mean, how would they know? So yeah. Pete, if you have an audience list in different places, just not all together, can you upload one list, then locate the other list and add them to the same list you just uploaded? Yes, you can. You can add as many and continue to grow your list. Like if I wanted to grow, let's see here. I don't know if I could do it on that one. Let's see here. I don't know if I can do that on this particular list. Let me find one of these other lists. Might be this edit. Okay, that's created by SyncSumo, so I'm not sure if it'll let me do it. Yeah, click the edit button. I can add customers, so I can upload another list to this file, and it's going to increase it. I can remove people, meaning I can upload another list, and it'll take people out of the list. So yeah, you can totally do that. Let me see these other questions here. Where's the drop-down tab to create the audience? It's right here under Create Audience, and you hit Custom Audience. And then you just pick whichever one you want. Lead form, video, app activity, website. So this is the website one is where they actually give you what they call a retargeting pixel. And you can take that pixel and have your web guy put it on your website. And Facebook's going to track your website. They're going to track what pages on your website. So you could actually say, okay, I want people who went and visited this page because this page has this house on it. And I want you to run an ad to them. Now, you have to have enough people actually go visit that page for that to work. If you don't have very many people who visit that page, then Facebook's going to say the audience is too small. We can't run it to them. And they keep changing what the minimum is. Like when I first started, it was an audience of 1. And then this guy did a really funny ad. His roommate was I don't know what you call him, but he swallowed swords. Like it was one of those, like a freak show at the circus kind of thing. But like he did it professionally as he swallowed swords, but he couldn't swallow pills. Like mentally, he couldn't swallow pills. So he did all these ads on, can you swallow swords, but can't take pills? You know, you need this service, right? And this guy was like, I can't believe Facebook's targeting. Like, I swallow swords. How many people do that? And I can't take pills. How many people are in that situation? And so this guy wrote a big article on it and it just took off. Like millions of people wrote the article. And the reason why he did it was so he could literally write this article on Facebook's targeting. And then that got back to Facebook. So then they said, okay, well, now you got to have 20 people. And then it was 60. And last I heard it was 100. Now it's like they just keep changing it. So just know you got to have enough people actually on one of your lists for them to run ads to that list. That's just some insight there for you. Let's see here. Yeah, the chat box I have turned off just so we don't have side conversations going on when I'm doing the training. Does there have to be 10,000 on the list? But if there's only 200, upload the 200. Again, Facebook's going to find 30 to 60% of those people, and it's going to tell you how many are in it. When it's below 1,000, it'll tell you, okay, that's below 1,000 are in this list. If it's ready, then that means, okay, we can run it. If it's red, then you basically can't run anything to it. Fiverr is another option that you can use to find people who can video edit for you. Yeah, okay, so someone said, hey, I just did an ad that said spread joy, and it was rejected saying it looked like it was for housing. If it was a Facebook business page ad, you do have to say, hey, this is for housing, because if your page is about housing, like I can get away with it on Long Beach deals and events because it's not specifically a housing page. But if I offer anything that has to do with housing, I have to meet Facebook's guidelines. You cannot get around Facebook's guidelines. So you are going to have to say, this is for housing. Even if it's like just a business page, I'm trying to get likes to the page, you're going to have to say, this is a housing ad, and agree to their terms that says you don't discriminate, all that type of stuff. And they're going to have it's got to be at least 15 miles. It's both genders, any age. They're going to automatically put that stuff in. No, I can't provide the contact information for the person who did 10 videos for $1,000 because it's not my contact. I just know that that's what my buddy paid. And his secret, though, was getting them from college. So that's the point that I want you to take away from that. Not their actual information, but find your local college, right? He's got someone who's local to him who could literally go to his office and do his videos. You need someone local. What's the best tool system for purchasing phone numbers for a database? I don't really purchase phone numbers, so I don't know. We'll ask Debbie that. I know she's got a couple of companies that she's recommended in the past for that, but I don't personally purchase phone numbers. I use whatever information I've got, and I'd rather just run an ad and get their phone number directly from them. What if I only have around 1,000 contacts? Still do it. Upload it. Absolutely. If you're having problems seeing something, hit the reconnect button at the top of your screen. That usually fixes the problems. Does the list have to be in a certain format? Yeah, and they'll walk you through it. Facebook will walk you through it. I usually just literally upload a CSV file with only phone numbers and then a separate list of only email addresses. And that just makes life easy for me, and it works. Yep, you can use this in mortgage if you're doing mortgage. Can we have the Facebook pixel be targeted to a customized list, our database that we upload? Well, the Facebook pixel is something that you would put on your web page or your website, and you could say for a specific page, then I want to run ads to them. But a customized list is different than the pixel itself. Like the pixel, it's just something you would put on a web page. The list is going to be something that you uploaded, like a list of people. So those are kind of two different things there. Okay, let's see here. Do you send phone numbers only and emails only to the same list, or are those two different lists? I actually do them as two different lists. I think Facebook will take both of them now at the same time, but I don't want to screw it up. So I literally just do two lists and just upload it to the same list, one right after the other. because I don't want any problems creating my list. All right, some of that stuff, Michael, what are the best retargeted videos or ideas? We'll get to that a little bit later. Would it be a good idea to put a pixel on the tip sheet landing page? Absolutely. Absolutely. If you can, if you got the tech skills for it, put that pixel everywhere, every single place you can. All right, so here's what we're going to do now, guys. I'm going to take another quick 5-minute break. I want to keep doing these so that way we can just kind of chunk this stuff through as we're going through it. I'm going to stay in the chat box and answer any questions that we have here. And then we'll be back in, actually, I'm going to make this one a little bit longer. We're going to do a 10-minute break. So if anybody's got to, run to the restroom or anything like that, and then we'll be back in 10 minutes. I'll stay in the chat box and answer your questions there.